Welcome to Industry Champions. I'm your host, Chris Budihas, and joining me here on the couch is Tim Reeping with Reeping Construction Group. Tim, how are you?
Chris, doing great. How about yourself there?
Yeah,
You as well.
Well.
Awesome.
Simplify, Murray.
Simplify. Yes, sir.
Good to see you again.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so let's talk about Reeping Construction Group. So why did you create your own company?
Chris, I think we went into this previously on another segment we did together, but I am super passionate about construction. I love working for people on their homes, tackling complex problems and delivering them, a great product at the end that they're happy with and that they get to live their lives in. And honestly, I have the opportunity to do it for myself.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't pass that up.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, thank you.
And right now, the area you're servicing is where?
So we service anywhere from about the Palm Coast area all the way up to Fernandina Beach. We'll go west out towards pretty much Lake City.
Lake City.
That's pretty much where we go.
Boxed in. So Georgia border down basically almost I-4, right?
That's pretty much it.
And then out to the west, which is good. And you and I've talked before, and we've had conversations since then. I mean, Reeping Construction, your value proposition is renovations, changes to the house, things like that.
Correct.
It's kind of like fingerprints, right? They're not all the same.
No,
so if you want a copy and paste, type of company, you're not the company to go to.
Yes,
But you're a cost-effective company. You're going to come there, you're going to take a look at the problem, and you're going to come up with cost-effective, but the key word is effective ways to meet the client's needs. Is that
Absolutely.
correct?
So we look at each property and each customer individually. We don't look at it as transactional.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of time on the front side speaking with the homeowner, understanding their wants and their needs, evaluating the property in its current condition, and coming up with a real holistic approach on how the renovation should go, what their overall end state is that they're looking to execute, and putting together a cohesive plan and a scope of work that aligns with all of that.
It's huge, man. I've been a homeowner a couple of times, and I've been down this road before. There's other folks out there who will definitely take your money.
Oh, sure.
But they don't lay it out, right? Because there's an expectation management of especially, you live in the home.
Yes.
And then it's like, hey, when are you guys going to be done? Or, and then the worst is you do the work or they do the work and then you come back and you're like, that's misaligned. The caulking doesn't work. They bought the cheapest materials. And
Absolutely.
You're like, man, that's
they cut all the funding out. They purchased the different materials that weren't really what they talked about or specified, or maybe they didn't even talk to you about it. So our value proposition is to really spend the time with the homeowner, understand their wants and their needs, tell them exactly what we're going to do. We line it all out in our proposals. That way there's, full visibility as to what we're doing, what we're buying, how we're doing it, and then we manage it, and we quality control it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, thank you.
It's funny, my wife has a statement, you get good service, you tell 20 of your friends. You get bad service, you tell 50 of your friends, right?
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. We thrive on word of mouth as part of our, our marketing and our advertising. It only takes one bad project for that to evaporate into thin air.
Yeah.
So staying on top of the customer management side of it, delivering on the customer service is imperative.
Are you selective about who works with you?
I am. Yeah. Yes. We go through a thorough vendor vetting process where I follow up, I call references, I ask for previous projects they worked on. I spend just as much time as we spend getting to know the homeowners, I spend with the vendors in vetting. Yeah. And it's an extremely important part of this process. Yeah.
So for you, what does the next 3 to 5 years look like as a business owner?
Absolutely. So I'm going to switch in about a year and a half. I'll switch over to the next level up in licensing, going from certified residential to a certified building contractor, which will allow me to start doing more light commercial underneath my own company. Right now I have partnerships with a couple other general contractors where I'll come in, put projects together for them, and we operate under their umbrella as a consultation style. I would like to switch over to having my company do more of that. That would give me the ability to hire project managers, do things a little more in-house, cost control it, and kind of build the brand a little more.
That's great. No, it's funny. So I was out golfing about 18 months ago, and a friend of mine, he's pretty well connected. He saw a friend of his who's in the, not necessarily in your space, but kind of in your space, and but in plumbing specifically.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah,
Good time to be a plumber.
Well, it's funny. So with all the growth here in Northeast Florida, the question was, hey, how's business going? And he goes, business is going great. He goes, what do you mean? He goes, well, we're working on almost 7 days a week. He goes, there's so much growth, and it's happening so fast. The quality of work in some cases is so poor.
Yes.
He's picking up all that residual rework, if you will. So a new home buyer buying a house and having plumbing issues.
It's insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's totally part of the construction landscape at this point, where the workforce is not sufficient to handle the volume, and the amount of time that it takes for people to be pushed through the trades in order to get the understanding that they need to actually fully execute a project. It's 3 to 4 to 5 years in some instances for plumbers, electricians, mechanical contractors. So there's such a skills gap and a labor gap that whoever they can get to run in there and throw the project together, and it gets through the 1 year warranty period on new home construction that builders offer, then the builder doesn't care.
No.
And that's unfortunately falls to the homeowner to rectify, and that's a mess.
Well, that's unfortunate. But the good news is Tim Reeping is out there, and Reeping comes
Yes, I am.
and square them away very quickly.
Yes, sir.
So better known, family man,
Yes, sir.
and quality. Those are 3 great attributes. So
Thank you.
how do folks find Reeping Construction Group?
Sure. You can find us on the web at reepingconstruction.com. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, or phone call is 904-265-7577.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
We're going to take all the contact information, put in our show notes, and we're going to publish out this episode. And I'd highly encourage folks to reach out to a family man, military veteran, United States Marine Corps, not the easiest branch because I used to be in it also.
Yes, sir.
And then great quality work with a huge reputation. I mean, you got a great reputation around town, and no doubt
Thanks, Chris.
you'll become
Appreciate
stronger. And I look forward to seeing you scale over the next 3 to 5 years.
Thanks, Chris. I'm looking forward to it, and appreciate it.
We'll stay in contact.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Tim.
Semper Fi.
Semper Fi. Hey, folks, please reach out to Tim. Connect with both of us on LinkedIn. Take a look at Reeping Construction Group. Hey, if you got a friend or yourself needs some form of, construction, rehabilitation, or renovation, go look at a veteran-owned family man company. He's there. He's ready to square you away and make sure you're living in a home that is your castle. See you in our next segment. Live with gratitude.